Rocky Johnson was born on the 24th of August, 1944, in Amherst, Nova Scotia. Rocky's parents, Lillian Gay and James Henry Bowles, were black Nova Scotians who immigrated to Nova Scotia after escaping from southern plantation in the United States after the American Revolutionary War. Rocky was the fourth of 5 children, and as children of immigrants, they lived in squalor. Throughout his childhood years, Rocky never had enough to eat and was always malnourished. He and his brother started doing odd jobs early in life to augment with the combined effort that their parents could produce. Rocky was a boy with a flair for the physical. He loved sports and everything that required physical efforts. As he grew, he realized that he had the facility for fighting. He engaged in wrestling and boxing in his neighborhood and was heralded as the champion amongst his peers. As a teenager, Rocky began to watch countless wrestling and boxing shows on television. Watching those shows helped him practice different moves he saw on television, and by doing so, he honed both his wrestling and boxing skills. Rocky's parents were realists and were aware of the odds against Rocky's desire to become a wrestler. When Rocky kept announcing his dream of becoming a wrestler, his parents warned him about the impracticability of such goals and encouraged him to get a job and better his life. But Rocky paid deaf ears to his parents' warnings and continued to nurse the ambition of becoming a professional boxer. While he loved boxing so much, he had a special liking for wrestling and was inclined to err on the side of wrestling. The year he turned 16, Rocky left home in search of greener pastures. He moved to Toronto and got a job as a truck driver. His job as a truck driver was very demanding, but he held on to it as there weren't any other options available to him. While driving trucks, Rocky never lost sight of his desire to become a wrestler. He continued to visit the stadium from time to time to practice boxing and wrestling. Eventually, he started boxing and was fortunate to be signed by an agency that got him gigs. Rocky gave his best to boxing, although he always preferred wrestling. He continued to participate in various boxing events. Eventually, his reputation as a good boxer grew, and he began to spar with great boxers of his generation, eventually meeting Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. Although his boxing career had been nothing short of worthwhile, Rocky did not heed the temptation to resign himself to boxing for the rest of his career, at the expense of his first love, wrestling. In 1964, Rocky took a bold step and quit boxing. He kicked off his wrestling career, unsure about the outcome. He didn't know if his fans of wrestling would take a liking of him the way boxing fans had, but he took his chances nevertheless. His wrestling career eventually spanned decades, and he rose to the top, winning several tag team championships in NWA. Before he retired from wrestling, Rocky defeated several greats and became one of the first black men to hold the WWF championship. The truth is, dreams are hard to follow. It takes a strong will to hold on to your dreams, especially when the world around you seems to be against them. Nevertheless, the great threat to any dream isn't the challenges of following it, but the urge to quit when the going gets tough. Michael Jordan said, "If you quit once, it becomes a habit. Never quit. No dream is far-fetched until you decide to quit." Norman Vincent Peale said, "It's always too soon to quit. No matter how many times you fail, there is no time suitable for quitting." Lance Armstrong said, "Pain is temporary. Quitting lasts forever." Rocky Johnson was a strong-willed man. Where others saw the improbability of his dreams, he saw possibility. His dreams took him to the city, and even though he was a mere truck driver, he didn't see his condition as a hindrance to pursuing his dreams. His doggedness resulted in a memorable wrestling career that imprinted his name on the sands of time.